Very good morning. Today we will discuss about the environmental impact for the construction of dams. So first we will discuss the impact of construction of dam, environmental impact of the construction dam. So first impact is the loss of forest. In the loss of forest, we can due to the construction of dams, we can lose the green covers, green trees, and loss of tribal culture, loss of forest produce like nuts, leaves, medicine plant species and fruits plant, the timber, firework, so many forest produce is loss. Then due to the construction, climate condition also it will changes, and rainfall also it will reduce. Then carbon loss of the carbon absorption capacity due to the tree loss, the carbon absorption also capacity also it will reduce. Then loss of biodiversity. So these are the loss of forest land. Next then reduce the cleaning capacity of pollutant. Then loss of tourism and loss of aesthetic effect. Then forest reduce the runoff and increase the infiltration. Then it is contribute to the floods. So these are the various loss for the forest land. Next, loss of wildlife due to the construction of dam. So the loss of wildlife, the wildlife shelter, then wildlife will lead to the migration to the wild animals. So then another one is the loss of biodiversity. Then species may become the extinct. The livelihood tribal will get affected. So these are the various problem to the wildlife. Next, loss of agricultural land. So the construction of major dam and reservoir is mainly lead to the inundation of several villages and thousands of hectares of farmland. So the farmers lose their own land, and it is affect its livelihood of the farmers and lead to the migrations. So it is a reduction in agriculture product and affect the agriculture based industries. Then farmers, it's from the labor will not have work in the area, and it is mainly forced to the migration. Then summers of village in upstream side. So all the effect of families to be rehabilitated, and affect the families to lose the livelihood and shelters, and all of them it cannot be afforded to the construct the new shelter, and they need to search the employment also. It is no case the rehabilitation activities and implemented seriously. Then change in natural flow of waters. So the downstream flow is being the blocked, and it's affect the survival of aquatic animals. So it is the effect of the availability of water for animals and birds is living in downstream side. So they affect the groundwater in downstream side. The fisherman is depending on the fishing activity in the downstream only. Then loss of forest produced nuts, leaves, then spices, gum, fruits, honey. So these are the forest product also it will lose. Then impact of climate and rainfall. So the loss of forest, it's cover the reduce the carbon dioxide absorption capacity, and it to give the oxygen also it's come down. So increase the due to this activity the temperature level also it will increase, and the global warming also it will increase. Then change in the natural flow of water. So the dam is required the close monitor of the water inflow and outflow. So any human is error in this regard, it will lead to the disaster of floods. Then measure to reduce the impact of construction dams. So if the dam will be blocked in the migration of any aquatic fauna and fauna, is design it should be include the additional infrastructure and the facility is movement like fish ladders. So it is the reduce the potential damage, it's caused the cleaning, and only the minimum amount of vegetation is necessary, it should be cleaned. So during the construction, the bypass channel, it should be used to divert flow around the construction site to prevent the sediment being the transported downstream side. So the dam, it should be built during the dry season to allow the construction to sufficient high standard without dams being the filled with the water. So then another solution is the some seepage from the dam will be inability occurs. So a rate 10 to 9 meters per second, it is a acceptable level of the seepage. So this usage is compaction, the material is additive, the like concrete or bentonite, geotextile or fabric, it can be reduce the water loss through the seepage. So then environmental water provisions are important component, it is determined. If the dam is likely, it's threatened the economical value of catchment. So the environmental water provisions are the water regions that provide the water allocation process, it's taking the account of ecological and social economics. So water quality testing, it should be carried, and it's determined if water contain is toxin or pathogens. Then good management practice to play the important part of the control of fluctuation in the water quality, and the regular maintenance monitor of the dam recommended. Regular testing and analyze the water, it will be provide the warming if change of the occurring and allow the action is take the problem developing. Then next we will discuss the environmental impact for the construction of highway project. Due to the highway project, what are the environmental impact happen? First one is the same loss of the forest land, same loss of the green cover, then tribal culture also loss, forest produce also loss like nuts, leaf, fruits, honey, medicine plant, everything loss. Then impact climate condition also it will change, then carbon absorption capacity also loss, then biodiversity, loss of the biodiversity. Next, loss of forest land, it's a reduction in the cleaning capacity of pollutant, then loss of educational benefit, then loss of tourism, the loss of aesthetic effect. Forest is the reduce the runoff and increase the infiltration. So these are the various loss of forest land. Then loss of forest produce like nuts, leaves, spices and fruits, honey, medicine plant, these are the it will loss due to the highway project. Then loss of wildlife, so the loss of shelter to the wildlife will lead to the migration to the wild animals, and the loss of biodiversity, then species may become the extinct, the livelihood of tribal will get affected. Then loss of agricultural land, the farmer also lose their own land, and farmers is to lead the migration, and the agriculture product also it will reduce. Then change of the natural flow of water, so it is contribute to the flood, we distribute the disturbing the natural flow of stream, then soil erosion will happen, then groundwater recharge also it will affect. Then impact of climate and rainfall, so the due to the loss of the forest, its cover is result the reduction of carbon dioxide absorption capacity, so automatically temperature level increase. Then geological investigation for the construction highway project, so it utilize the remote sensing and geological and topographic map and hydrological map, it's to prepare the land use and land cover map and go for the alignment of the route. So we need look the shortest possible route. Then next is the how to reduce the impact of highway project. First, utilize the latest technology is available, such as the remote sensing, and to prepare the land use and the land cover map and alignment route, which one is minimum is damage, we can choose that one. Then avoid the passing the route through the forest to the possibility extent. Then if required to the road to pass through the forest, go for the compensatory afforestation. Then ensure the highway runway is from the residential and sensitive area, so that public will not have the disturbance of the noise pollutions. Next, environmental impact of tunnel construction. So mainly tunnel, due to the tunnel construction, habitat of disruption. So the tunnel constructions is disturb the local ecosystems and wildlife habitats. And some case the tunnels, it may be pass through the ecological sensitive area, which can result in the long lasting damage to the local ecosystems. Then air quality. So the tunnel construction, it can generate the dust and particulate matters. It is lead to the poor air quality in the vicinity and the construction site area. Then diesel power equipment is used during the construction, it can emit the air pollution. Next, noise pollution. So during the construction of a tunnel project, so it generates the noise level, a significant noise level, and it can be disruptive the both nearby residential and wildlife animals. Then noise mitigations is measure the barriers and scheduling the working during the less sensitive hours. Next, water quality. The tunnel construction may be involve the dewatering activities and to control the groundwater level. So this is a potential lead to the release the contaminated water nearby water bodies. Next, geological impact. So the tunnel construction impact the stability of surrounding geology. Its potential leading to the subsidence and ground settlement, other geological issues. Then material and resource use. So the production and transportation of construction material like concrete, steel and aggregate is associated the environmental impact. So the extraction of the material and the energy required the production contribute to the resource depletion and greenhouse emissions. Next, energy consumption. So the tunnel construction is require the significant amount of the energy, and particularly for the tunnel boring machines and ventilation systems. So the energy intensively construction activities, it lead to the increase the carbon emissions. Next, water resource usage. So the tunnel construction may be require the use of large quantity of water for the dust control and material processing and other purpose. Next, culture and historical heritage. So the tunnel construction in the area with the cultural and historical significance, it impact the heritage structures. Then visual impact. The tunnel, it alter the visual landscape and their entrance and it exists the impact of the scientific quality of the air. Thank you.